top of the morning bay with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद,
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र।
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे याली मदद.
मौला अली वदर बोलते हुए आप सभी लोगों को बोलेंगे नीसाम्बुला बंदजान, हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे। मैं से फालतू बाबा बाबा।
And of course, myself, Altu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time show that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani bandujani.
Welcome to the day 2 of the post-pandemic world, Badajan. हमारे लिए second day है where we actually are reopened, Badajan. California has reopened its businesses, economy, and everything for the matter, so that we can actually get back to so-called normal life, Badajan. And मालूम नहीं क्या कर रही है फालतू नहीं सेकंड डे में इसमें सही में फालतू व्हाट यू डूइंग यार सीरियसली यार एनी बजट डोंट वरी आज वी नॉट गोना डू दी काउंटडाउन कुछ नहीं खत्म हो गया आज ऑफ यस्टरडे 455 days of sheltering place करके हम बाहर निकले हैं बंदजान today actually marks the second day if you look at technically but yesterday was the day they actually had said like you know everything is opening up right so I hope you're having a safe day of reopening. Yesterday we shared with you as to what you're going to do in spite of having vaccinated, in spite of you being fully vaccinated. There's a big difference, Brendan. Fully vaccinated and just first dose of vaccination is not going to help you. You got to be fully vaccinated. That's both the doses you got to have. There are talks about something called the booster shot coming up. I don't know what's going to happen about that. जब आएगा तो उसके बारे में बातें करेंगे Brendan for sure. लेकिन अभी के लिए आपको बोल दें कि we're going to give you what's happening on the roads. रास्ते का हाल आपके लिए सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
But though we actually have the COVID situation, post-COVID situation on the roads right now, it is getting heavier, but the traffic is getting heavier. I see I no longer see the green lines on 880. It's coming back to the way it was pre-COVID, Bandajan, where we have orange and red lines on 880, Bandajan. But there is an accident with collision, actually, unfortunately, near the Broca Road in San Jose on 880 northbound, entering into the Broca exit, actually. The on-ramp is affected there. I don't see much of a congestion on the traffic part of it because most of them actually are going towards are still stuck in the Fremont and San Leandro area. That's where most of the traffic happens. All the southbound 880, the traffic is really bad right now, Majan. So, economy is opening up. Now, 101 still doesn't have the kind of situation it was pre-COVID, but we will keep a track of it. Volume of traffic actually has increased over the past 2 months actually already. So that's something which we have been keeping an eye on also, Banjan. And something else which we're keeping an eye on, making sure that everybody is aware of, is the fact that it's going to be a hot weather. And this hot weather is going to be with us all day into the weekend. In fact, it'll only cool off somewhere by Sunday, I suppose, later part of Sunday. But Saturday is going to be pretty hot. We're expecting with temperatures in the mid-90s for the area here, Bay Area and Cupertino, Santa Clara area and everything. But inlands probably will have a little bit higher. Now, you might see some clouds in the air today, but that doesn't mean that the temperatures are going to be any lesser. Temperatures are supposed to be hitting 90s for us here in Santa Clara County area. And inlands, though, it's going to be somewhere in the hundreds. So watch out, be very careful. And also, let me also tell you, Banjan, dry season hai, and actually we are experiencing drought. Please don't think just because you don't see the news coming up, it doesn't mean there's no drought. I have been a part of a meeting, which actually city council meeting, we talk about how the water shortages. It is real, Badajan. The reservoirs, the dams, they are actually at very disturbing low levels, right? And the rivers also actually are sending in less water into the dams. So obviously, people drinking water use, everything has got to be come down. So there'll be new ordinance coming across to multiple cities, Badajan, as to how you can actually use your water supply. Please pay attention to those things. If you're a new homeowner, that's something you got to pay attention to. Yes, they don't police as to exactly how much you use, but they do have ordinance as to when you're supposed to water their plants, when you're supposed to water your gardens and everything. But again, please make note of that for sure, because that's where most of the water gets wasted. Let me me rephrase that. Post gets used, so we got to be mindful of how we use it. And that was a little bit about what's happening on the roads, but also with the temperature part of it. Now, quickly, we go take a look at what's happening with our news. Faldoni, what do you have as news for us today?
Well, let's start with the local news, Panjan, on this morning edition of Good Morning Bay, broadcasting live from the Radio Dihadi studios.
Sounds like
right
a plan.
here
Let's do it.
in the Silicon Valley. There is an excessive heat warning that's been issued for much of the Bay Area. The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory and an excessive heat warning for with temperatures expected in the 90s and the 100s. The heat advisory is in effect from 11 a.m. Wednesday through 9 p.m. Friday for the North Bay, Interior Valley, Santa Cruz Mountains and Santa Clara Valley, including San Jose and Hollister Valley. Temperatures are expected between 94 and 99 degrees. The warming trend continues through the afternoon and peaks on Thursday. No matter how you slice it, it's gonna be hot.
How you slice it? Are you talking with a pie or a pizza?
That's what the National Weather Service tweeted.
It actually, but then if you look at the aerial photo of it, it's hot.
Oh my
it's
God.
like red pretty much, only in the coastal side a little bit of orange, but actually it's going to be a hot day.
Yes, exactly. And the first real heat event of 2021 will impact the entire Bay Area Wednesday through Friday. Dangerous and near record-breaking heat will be possible. Heat impacts will be mainly inland. So we are going to feel the brunt of it, most of us.
Whoa!
The excessive heat warning, which predicts temperatures between 98 to 108 degrees, is in effect from 11 a.m. Tomorrow through 9 p.m. Friday for many of the same areas, including the North Bay Mountains, East Bay Valleys and Mountains, Santa Lucia Mountains, Los Padres National Forest. So if you're planning those hikes, cancel them right now. Mountains of San Benito, and also watch out because animals might be out looking for water and
that's
things like that.
True. I think one more silent warning for everybody out there who actually have pets.
Yeah.
Don't let them out
Yeah.
for too long.
Yeah,
It is,
exactly.
and walks in the afternoon, please stop it.
Yeah.
It's, because the pavement is going to be hot and there have been cases of injury to their paws and everything. So.
Correct, exactly. So the hottest day is going to be tomorrow. Today is nothing compared to what it's going to be tomorrow. It will decrease a little bit on Friday, but not all the way, is what they're saying at this particular point in time. So there are a list of cooling centers, Pandujan. We will make that available. The list of cooling centers in Santa Clara County. And it's been made available, and it's available on the National Weather Service website as well. The advisory will, these cooling centers will provide air-conditioned refuge to those vulnerable to the heat. Like, there may be a lot of unhoused populations, Pinajan. If you come across people who are struggling, if you think it's safe, you can direct them to these cooling centers. We will give you a list of this. The city of Cupertino, the Cupertino Library is going to be open 1 to 6 p.m. People can go Wednesday and Thursday. City of Gilroy has the Gilroy Library. City of Los Altos Library. Milpitas is also going to be open. Milpitas Library. City of Morgan Hill Library. Camden Community Center. Joyce Ellington Library, and the Santa Clara Senior Center will also be open for people as a cooling center. So if you're out and about and if you want to cool off, this is a place to go to, and you could refer people to go and use that place. The Bay Area reopened yesterday and people flocked to the malls and restaurants. A number of people are taking advantage of the new normal as California reopens and visited malls and restaurants in the Bay Area. En masse people, a sight nowhere to be seen this time last year, flocked clothing stores and restaurants at the food court inside the Valley Fair Mall in Santa Clara as new guidelines allowed vaccinated people to enjoy outings without wearing a face mask. It feels normal, said San Jose resident David Sylvia, who just said it just feels normal. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Well, let me also warn you guys, but of course, yes, some businesses do require you to adhere to the mask policy. So please be mindful of that. They're not being difficult on you, they're being safe. It's fine. They ask you to continue wearing the mask, please, because they cannot discriminate on people who are not vaccinated. Hence, they ask for masks. Right. So that's a policy, and that's a freedom given to them by the state. And also, they've said that business can decide if they want to have the employees and people walking in with masks to keep the masks on.
Right. Exactly.
Because obviously, you can't get on bar without a mask still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the NBA announced on Tuesday that Steph Curry made the All NBA first team for the 2020-21 season. It's Curry's 7th career All NBA selection and the 4th time that he has made the first team. Joining Curry on the All NBA first team were Gianni Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic. I don't know how to say it. Luka Doncic and
Doncic what?
and Leonard. Curry led all guards in voting with 496 total points. He received 98 out of 100 possible first team votes and 2 second team votes. Also, Bandajan, in news from across the United States, a bill to make Juneteenth a federal holiday cleared the Senate. This is a holiday that's going to commemorate the emancipation of slaves in the United States as a federal holiday. Many states have recognized Juneteenth for decades, but only some observe it as an official holiday.
So this Saturday, Bandajan, it's official holiday. I think it's about us to just take stock and remember people who actually have struggled for this thing to happen.
Yeah.
And more, I would say it should be something that people spend towards learning about it.
Yeah.
So if you don't go back into that kind of rut again.
Exactly.
Possible, because democracy already has been challenged by many of Republicans.
Right. So what exactly happened on June 19th, 1865, when Gordon Granger, Union General, arrived in Galveston, Texas to inform enslaved African Americans that the Civil War had actually ended and that they had been freed under the Emancipation Proclamation, which had been signed by President Abraham Lincoln in 1863. This proclamation ended slavery only in states that had seceded. An end to slavery in the entire country did not occur until 1865 December, when the 13th Amendment was adopted into the Constitution. President Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin are meeting in Helsinki. US President Joe Biden and Russian President agreed at their first summit on Wednesday to resume arms control talks, and to return ambassadors to each other's capitals after they were withdrawn earlier this year. The summit at the lakeside Villa Lagrange in Geneva lasted less than 4 hours, far less than Biden's advisors had said that they had expected. The scheduling of separate news conferences meant there was none of the joviality that accompanied a 2018 meeting between former President Donald Trump and, of course, Vladimir Putin. There was also no joint meal, apparently.
Yeah, because the first of 2018 was when they actually were smirking at the world, saying, see, we pulled it off.
Yes, exactly. That camaraderie, or that kind of where, I was listening to a news report where they were talking about how the photo opportunities and everything with Putin and Trump, where Trump is acquiescing to Putin's demands.
Please, I know you want to show off that you actually are a follower of Thesaurus and everything. Please use some words which actually we can understand.
Okay, meaning almost giving in to everything that Putin wanted is
submissive.
Yeah, it was a very so people are saying there was none of that, and Putin, who was 68 years old, was the first to brief reporters, said the meeting had been constructive without hostility and had showed the leaders' desire to understand each other. He also said that Russia and the United States shared a responsibility for nuclear stability and would hold talks on possible changes to their recently extended New START arms limitation treaty. But he showed little appetite for compromise on a range of other issues, dismissing Washington's concern about the arrest of opposition figurehead Alexei Navalny, about Russia's increased military presence near Ukraine's eastern border, and about the US suggestions that unidentified Russians are responsible for a series of cyber attacks in the United States. So technically, he is still keeping Russia, Moscow is still protecting their hackers.
Of course they will, and one more thing is they finally decided, right? 2 jobs are confirmed.
Right.
What 2 jobs are confirmed?
What 2 jobs are confirmed?
You don't know about that?
No.
So finally they have agreed to actually let the ambassadors of each of the countries to be in their offices.
Oh?
Yeah. So DC didn't have an ambassador of Russia, right?
Yeah, they
sent them back.
They pulled, yeah.
And same with the American ambassador in Russia also came back. And they're going to go back to their post anyway. So
correct.
2 people are going to come back into the workforce, Bandajan.
Right, exactly. And let's also tell you, Bandajan, exorbitant lumber. You might have been hearing about this, and scarce materials are hampering U.S. home building across the United States. in California is urging consumers to prepare to save energy. Among this, you might want to crank up your AC, but please don't. They're asking you to save energy. US buys 200 million more COVID-19 vaccines. And in news from India, Bandhujan, the Delta variant of concern is looming over the US normalization rush, because there are a lot of people who are coming back and there's supposed to be a Delta variant. And that is a matter of concern, apparently. And also whether your vaccine will actually work against this Delta variant is a question to be seen. So there's investigation going on with regard to that. We'll bring you all that and more right here on Good Morning Bay tomorrow morning. But till then, have yourselves a beautiful, wonderful Wednesday.
चल थकना रुकना क्या चल यूं ही चलता चल पल पल हर कदम पाएंगे हम एक मंजर नया पल पल हर कदम पाएंगे हम मंजर नया
Hi, this is Farhan Akhtar and you're listening to Radio The Hotties, where the entertainment just keeps getting hotter.
Bandhujan, this is your darling Faltu Rani, and let me tell you, Bandhujani, that all these beautiful tracks that you're listening to right now are special Dihari picks that we've hand-picked just for you. We'll see you in just a few. Keep listening.